Yeah, yeah, whoa! Hey there! Guess what? Your boy placed in Trash 3 in VALORANT. Don't believe me? Here's proof. Yeah, that is one step closer to Radiant, am I right? Dude, Battle Sage is the play. Literally just heal yourself, go in, go behind enemy and stab them, bucky up, frag out. Battle Sage literally the play. That's how I'm in Trash 3. But enough of flexing on y'all with my rank. I still have a show to run. So welcome back to Gotta AFK, where I will be discussing all esports related news and our take on the esports competitive scene. I'm your host Kevin Wu, and on today's show I have info on why Tenz is leaving Cloud9 Blue, an accusation of child abuse for Madden streamer Buckers, and a podcast discussion on mental health issues. Without further ado, let's take a look at this week's ace. For those who are unaware, Tyson No, better known as Pro Valorant player Tenz, has left the team Cloud9 Blue. In a statement, he said that he wants to lean more towards content creation than playing in the competitive scene. Cloud9 actually released an announcement video regarding Tenz leaving their team. Take a look.
Hello everyone, I'm Tyson, Tenz, no.
Be pushing all over the map. There's Tenz with a deagle once again. He needs to stay alive. He's got to buy time for his team. Street's cutting off the rotation. There's another one from Tenz. Can he get the last one? It's time he's won the round of all these deagles.
What an absolute beast with the dig. That is unbelievable. He's so consistent.
No, this could be so huge. The patience. The trigger discipline.
Oh, he's going up for
One, two. Oh, the third as well. Beautiful work from Tenz.
Well, now Tenz has been called out, but that's not going to be a problem for Tenz. Looks for one. Now Tenz in 1v2. Gets another one. Is he going to find him? Yes, he does. Tenz gives Cloud9 the lead. What a play.
So as of right now and going forward, I'm going to be stepping down from the C9 Blue team to pursue content creation.
Tenz now needs to hold this one down. Hoppin does find Mitch, and now it's on Tenz, and has the good ace.
And a boombot. Tenz is going to wrap the corner. Spike is down. He's got this thing locked down. He's going to fly in. Oh my God, Tenz.
One enemy remaining.
The Nano has down into position, and they will be our #1 seed.
So for 2020, the year was amazing for me because it was the year that I was able to blow up through competitive play, my Twitch stream, all my socials. I really just kind of blew up on all the platforms. Honestly, I can't thank the fans enough for all the support. But yeah, overall, competitive play was good, streaming was good, and only towards like near the end of 2020, that's when we kind of had some decline as a team together, and we started playing not as great and not to our expectations. So stepping down from the team is a personal choice of mine, and I'm just really excited for the future of what this game holds in the competitive scene. I know that Riot's going to continue to support it, and all the fans are going to continue to support it. I'm definitely going to be keeping my eyes on this competitive scene. So as of right now, I would say that I'm just going to be doing content creation until maybe COVID's up, and then I'll kind of redecide what I want to do when there's LANs and stuff like that. So a little throwback, but if anybody's been following me since the CS scene, you might notice that I did something similar in the past with the CSGO roster, where I was an active player and I went down to like benched, and then I went streaming. For me, when I was streaming during that period, I was actually just kind of waiting for the release of Valorant and kind of preparing myself for then, and just taking some time to myself to just kind of improve and mature mentally. It's gonna be a lot different now, as I have so much support from the fans for my stream, for my YouTube, from everything, and I'm definitely gonna just put in like 100% to make the best content for you guys. So personally for me, when I was playing on the main roster, I appreciated the support of all the fans, and I know the rest of the guys on the team did too. So keep up that great support for the team, and I'm really excited for what the future holds for both myself and the team in the future.
I have been a long-term Tenz fan, especially when it came to Valorant. I didn't watch too much of his CSGO career, but I followed him in the Valorant Tenz, if I remember correctly, is one of the first streamers that played Valorant that Tenz, if I remember correctly, is one of the first Valorant streamers that I watched during the beta times. I think he was the only person I watched on Twitch which I got my beta key from. So thank you, Tenz, for letting me play in the beta, getting that beta key. But Tenz was such an amazing Valorant player, especially on Jet. He was kind of the reason I wanted to play Jet, and then when I started playing Jet in Valorant, I kind of just didn't perform really well, so I'm a Raze main right now. But Tenz is one of the first Valorant players I've watched on Twitch, and even in the competitive scene, I follow him starting from T1 Invitational up until First Strike, you know, go Cloud9, right? During that time at least. So Tenz, I hope he finds his comfort in content creation, and I hope his content creating career on Twitch, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, becomes successful. Alright, this next story is going to be a little bit disturbing. So basically, just a week ago, there has been a Twitch clip that went viral on the internet, whether if it's on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, or TikTok. It was everywhere. And I'm not going to show the clip on my show, because first, it violates YouTube policy, and second, it is just really disturbing to watch, and I don't think anyone should take a look at it. It's really bad. But I'll be giving like a sort of detailed description, a brief summary of what happened. So basically, Madden football Twitch streamer Buckers was playing a game of Madden when his game started lagging. So he starts raging. He smashed his controller on the table and complained about the game and his $300 controller. While that was all happening, his toddler son was sitting on his lap in front of him, listening to his dad just raging, And then shortly after, he tossed his son on a beanbag on the side of his chair, and thank goodness that was a beanbag and not something like a hard object like the floor or a wooden chair. Thank goodness that was a beanbag, but like still, You're tossing a kid, a toddler kid here. Like you're just tossing him aside like that. And he continues to complain about the game. And after that, his son starts crying because he's just a kid and he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand your grammar or comprehension yet. He just know that his dad is mad, so he starts crying. His dad's anger took over him, and Buckers, the streamer, started yelling at his son. He was like, "Shut up! Shut up!" Like, you're taking your rage, your anger out from a game onto your own son. And he's not even like a teenage son. He's like a toddler too. He's barely like, he seems like he's only like 1 or 2 or like, probably 4 max, age of 4 max. So you are like screaming "shut up" and cussing at your own toddler son, and that is just so disgusting to watch. And he is such a disgusting person after watching that clip. The first time I watched it, it was on TikTok, and I was like, what the heck is this? And this was on Twitch? Really? I was just so shocked. Like, he isn't just a bad role model, He isn't just a bad role model as a Twitch streamer. He's a bad role model as a father, as a human being. Why would you take your anger out on your little kid? Like, of course, I understand your rage when the game lags or when your controller is not working. Of course, we gamers all understand rage, but that is different from toxicity. Not only that, that is different from, as Twitch even labels it, child abuse. Like, why would you? I'm sorry, but I just don't understand why you would take your anger out from a game onto your own toddler son. Why would? If you take your anger out maybe on a teammate, that's fine because you guys are teammates. You guys make mistakes. You guys work together. Eventually, you guys will be good and play again. But you are taking your anger out on a little kid, and he is your own son, and you're telling him to shut up, shut the F up, like cussing everywhere. It's just really disturbing clip, and him, like, I hope he gets the punishment he deserves. And now his social media, his Twitch, all of it has been deactivated, but I think his punishment needs to go further because I don't know. It was just, he is such a disgusting person for doing that. And he was allowing himself to do that on camera, on stream to his hundreds or thousands of viewers. So, I'm sorry for my confusion and anger, but I think, like, if you've ever watched the clip or if you will watch the clip, or if you just listen to what I just said, what I just described to you, that is just really disturbing to watch, and I really hope Buckers gets the punishment he deserves.
For this podcast segment today, I want to talk about something that's more serious, a topic that's more serious, and that is mental health issue. This issue has been here for a long time, not just recently. It's been here it's been very strong ever since the pandemic started. And mental health issues are starting to affect gamers, streamers, and esports competitive players. So I just want to take this podcast time to discuss about this issue. And today I've invited a special guest, Ethan Tran. What's up, Ethan?
What's up?
Alright, so the first subtopic I want to talk about is celebrities and online influencers. For them, it's actually very tough to Twitch stream right now, especially these influencers are announcing on Twitter or on their own streams that they want to take breaks. A particular streamer named LG Chocobars, who is a Among Us player that plays this game with Pokeming's group of people. And recently on stream, she started sobbing because her chat were very toxic to her regarding her Among Us gameplay. Especially when she's imposter, they're telling her that she is doing the wrong thing. That's why she announced that she might be taking a break. And even months before, a huge YouTube streamer, Valkyrie, she took a long break because of mental health issue. And even one of the biggest Twitch streamer, Tim the Tapman, is announcing that he wants to take weeks off, just weeks off the internet spending with family. So Ethan, I just want to know, what's your take on this mental health issue that's even affecting online influencers?
I think it's just a good way to see how serious our mental health really is and the impact this pandemic has had on us. I think I even know I think even Corpse once mentioned that he wanted to take a break, and it's very understandable. I think the gaming community can sometimes be very toxic, especially if you're playing with people that you're not really familiar with. I'm not saying that because I know that those people are pretty tight in, but even then it's strangers who comment on their sections, or if they queue up with people who they're not familiar with. I know a lot of them can be very toxic. The gaming community, majority is pretty toxic. So I understand how they feel and how they want to take their mental health into consideration and want to stop streaming, which is pretty smart. I would say it's a good move. It's a pretty good move.
Yeah, I think your point was definitely right. We can all agree that in the gaming community, a huge portion of the community is, really, if we just get away from the word toxic, we can say they're really competitive, and that kind of just leads them to become what we call toxic behavior towards other players, because they want to win, and winning is the only thing they want, and that leads them to get mad at their teammates for not doing what they think is right. So yeah, we can all agree that in the gaming community there's a lot of people who are like that, and obviously we totally understand who doesn't like to win, right? But of course that toxic behavior is severely damaging other people and even themselves, their own mental health, because it's not very good to be mad at yourself or at anyone else. So the next subtopic I want to talk about is our experience with the gaming community and mental health issues. Ethan, you and I play a lot of games together, and recently we've been playing a lot of Valorant. So I just want to know what's your experience with stress and stuff regarding maybe when you're playing Valorant and with these toxic behavior people?
Well, I do have to say, it's not only from sometimes you're strangers, but it can also be from people you play with most often. Some people can tend to get very competitive, and they can even come even your own friends can come for you. Although that hasn't been happening recently, I can just point that out. But more recently, I would say it was actually an experience that we encountered together. There was I think a Brimstone on Valorant. He started trash talking our 4Q team because I think we weren't doing something that he wanted us to do. Even though he was bottom fragging, he was still trash talking us. I think he trash talked you, me. I remember because both me and you were very bummed out the rest of the day. Yeah. I think even some of our other teammates and friends were bummed out for the rest of the day too.
Yeah, on this show, I don't want to call anyone out, but that player was expressing a lot of toxic behavior. Just because he was top fragging and he was doing good during the game, he thinks we are not doing good as him, and when we are trying to do call outs and stuff, he thinks we are all wrong and he is always right. So that is the behavior that that he was expressing during that game, and we were all tilted from that behavior basically. Alright, so the last subtopic I want to talk about is how we should cope with stress and anxiety, and how we should maintain a good mental health, especially in such an unprecedented and hard time. In my opinion, I play games to escape reality, to kind of escape stress and anxiety that I'm getting perhaps from school or from work, from like other places. I tend to treat games as entertainment. Like, even if it's competitive games like Valorant, even if it's like ranked rounds, ranked matches, I treat them as just fun, entertaining games that I want to play. That kind of gets my mind off of things. What about you, Ethan?
Me personally, I have different kind of hobbies. I have like different little things that I like to find comfort in doing. But I realize there's always sometimes that like those hobbies in itself will become stressful to you. Like, I know I'm a very competitive person. I like to be the best at what I do. So usually whenever I look to gaming as an outlet, I tend to like, if I were to get heated, I would tend to fall into something else. Like, I would switch to something else, either get off my computer or just play a different game. Because I think for me personally, photography I consider a hobby and I consider an outlet myself. And I think that recently, since I've been doing it more competitively, my mental health definitely has been going down, which is when I found out like everything that you do always has the off chance of driving down your mental health. And now I don't even have that much time to play games as an outlet. But for me, like, I also found cooking now. Cooking is my third outlet. Still sometimes, you'll always find a way to make your outlet your source of stress, or decline of mental health. So which is why I think the best way in order to watch out for, like, in order to maintain your outlet, it's just like, don't always make it too competitive, because I know people are definitely going to make a lot of things competitive. I made games competitive, drove down my mental health. I made photography competitive, drove down my mental health. I think if you really want to make the best out of what you like to do it the way that it's supposed to be done. Don't try to like show off to people about it. Keep it to yourself and make it special, like, because if you do start like being competitive at everything, eventually your mental health is going to be all the way down and you won't be able to find anything else to make yourself feel better, right? So bringing us back to like the part of the streamers is like, they do this for income. It's like, I understand why their mental health is going down.
Yeah, Ethan, you kind of brought up a good point, which is that we should do stuff for ourselves and not to impress others, because that's something a lot of people in this society that don't understand right now. I think even for myself, like, a lot of us do things just to show off to others and show them we are better than you and we are the better people, like better than you, more rich than you, more wealthy, we're better at editing than you, all that stuff, right? But that kind of sometimes changes your entire personality, which is not the real you anymore, which I think it's really bad. Like, for me, I just want to be myself, and I will, obviously sometimes I'll do stuff that could show off or impress other people, but at the same time, that's something I love to, like, that may be something that I love to do. Like, I love to make editing videos, and perhaps not photography. I do like to take photos, but mainly it's like editing gaming montages or meme montages that I think is funny. And if a lot of people see it and they like it, they're like, okay, you're better than me at editing and all that stuff. Obviously that's gonna impress them, but that is something I'm truly passionate about, and I'm still being myself. Some people, they're like, okay, I'm gonna force myself to play piano so I can impress these colleges or so I can impress the other people. But do you really like playing piano? You probably don't. Like, do you really like having 9 hours of practice a day, just sitting in front of a piano, just having pianos? I think do you play piano, Ethan?
No, I used to though, but I stopped. It was one of those like general like stereotypical Asian things. Parents force you to play piano, and then like I was one of the lucky kids to get out.
Yeah.
I played for a little bit, but then got out.
Oh yeah. Okay. So like, I was interested in playing piano, but my parents never like forced me to learn piano because they know like if I don't like to do something, I won't dedicate my time to that certain hobby or whatever, and I'm not gonna be good at it. And you never want to be an expert, like half expert, so to speak, in certain something. Like you want to, if you want to do something, you want to strive to be the best at that thing, and that's just me, But going back to the mental health issue, I think being yourself is really important, especially now. And so, like sometimes, I think going back to the influencer online streamer thing, a lot of people, I think, they put on a mask when they stream, and that's something affecting their mental health because maybe in their personal life they're suffering from something, or they're like only off camera they can be themselves, and that they don't like it when it's on stream. And some people just put on a mask when they go on stream. Very positive, welcome to my stream, all that stuff. But you never know what's going on in their personal life. So for the people who are like flaming in the chat and all that stuff, they really need to understand that the streamers, they treat the stream as a job, but they love you as fans, obviously, but they also have their own personal life to deal with, and it's not all flowers and sunshine and rainbows. It's like their personal life, they might be suffering when they're off stream. So I think just be yourself and give these streamers a break. Like they do deserve a break, I think. So that kind of wraps up our discussion on mental health. I know this was a pretty long podcast, but it is a very serious topic. Thank you so much for attending, Ethan. It was a really good talk with you, Ethan. Really.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you again, Ethan Tran, for participating in this podcast. A mental health issue is a serious problem, and I think it is something worth discussing. So that wraps up this week's Gotta AFK show. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And also, don't forget to check out our main APN show on Friday, where we discuss about non-esports related news, national, world, and local current events. This has been Kevin, the speech god. Oh, also, check it out. Kevin Speech God Wu, the merch, let's go. So this has been Kevin Wu, the speech god, the vibe specialist, vibe with me, yeah, vibe specialist. Enough talking, I gotta go AFK. Woo! Oh!